Okay, we're going to talk about dryers today and extending the life of dryers. So this one has a two-piece front. It's actually a KitchenAid. And so again, in order to do it, to take it apart, you need to take the two screws off the top and then slide a flathead screwdriver between the lid and the front panel. Between the lid and the front panel here, two screwdrivers, two little places here, and then pop the top up, and then you can access the screws that hold the front panel here and here, and pull that off. This one actually has the two-piece panel. And so this one you need to, in order to take this off, you need to use a flathead screwdriver to push these tangs down. So you push the tangs down one at a time, pull the side off, and then that front comes off. And so basically you want to clean out the dryer as much lint as you can. If you have a brush, you can just brush it. You can brush a lot of stuff out. If you have a vacuum, you can do that. If you have compressed air, you can do that as well. And so basically I have this Zoom oiler, and it comes in pretty handy. It's got a really long wick on it, or nozzle, and I always lube all the little moving parts in here. Just one or two drops. That's all you need. These are apparently, internally lubed bearings, so I don't know, they cure them when they temper them or something. They use oil to temper them, I'm not sure. And I always oil the idler too. Make sure that's running good. And then sometimes I may put a little squirt of silicone around the edges of all the moving parts. Check the bushings and things like that, and the flaps. Sometimes these flaps will come loose, and you want to make sure you can tighten them from the outside as well. Check the belt for any cracks or anything. Sometimes I may silicone the belt just a little bit. But the main reason why I want to do this video is talk about extending the life of motors. And so what I usually do is I'll pull the motor off and just take a flathead screwdriver and then pull the bearing caps off, or the bushing caps off. And so this one, I already pulled the cap off this one. Back up just a hair. So this motor actually sits in there like that. And in order to take it off, you need to have one wrench on the blower and hold it stationary. And then I usually grab the shaft on the flat end with a vice grip, and then it's got to go that way, so it's got to go clockwise. So if you hold the blower stationary and then you move the shaft clockwise, it should come off. That's the way most Kenmore Whirlpool designs are come off. So and then back to the bushing. Basically you pull the cap off, and then what I do is I take my MacGyver mixture of highest quality turbine oil, and then the Tri-Flow. And Tri-Flow is, it's got some very hazardous vapors, so you got to be careful with that. So usually what I do is I just spray a little in here rather than spraying it directly on the item. And I spray it in here, and it doesn't sort of atomize in the air so much. And then basically I just feed the bushing with about 10 or 20 drops of this oil, and you just let it set upright and soak in there real good, and then take it off or put the cap back on, and then do the other end, let it turn it upside down and let it soak in. So anyway, that's your tip for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And I was working on this one here too. I wanted to show you. So this one actually wasn't spinning very well, and what had happened is, if you can see here, the basket is sunken down. This shaft right here is supposed to be level with the nut. And so what has happened is it's lost its spline. See, the spline runs on these tangs right here. if you can see those tangs or not, but let's see if we can pull it in a little bit. So yeah, there's these tangs on the shaft that connect with this, I don't know what you call it, it's sort of like a boot or a shim in between the barrel or the basket and the shaft, and so that inner part has been stripped out, and so when the main shaft turns, then the basket does not turn. It may turn a little bit, but you can see it's dropped down, and because it's dropped down, it may have also worn some spot on the bottom of the tub. So anyway, that's your tip for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.